Now, your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we're looking at a temperature that by 9 a.m. comes in at 73. Then as we head into the afternoon under plenty of sunshine, low relative humidity, and just a beautiful, beautiful sunny sky, we'll hit 87 degrees by noon. By 90 degrees by 3 p.m. And at that time, we'll start to see the sea breeze beginning to form. It'll be blowing kind of breezy through the afternoon. And as we head into the evening hours, that breeze still blowing and low relative humidity will drop our temperatures down into the mid to lower 80s. So it should be a very pretty sunset as well today. Forecast right now, well, we're looking at a 65-degree temperature and a dew point coming in a little warmer at 61 with an east-northeast wind. And the forecast calls for that east-northeast wind to stay with us right straight through the morning into the early afternoon before it switches near the coast to a more northwesterly wind. Across the nation, we've got storminess in the center part of the country. That'll be true for 2 days. This storminess could develop into severe weather as that low pressure area moves eastward. High pressure stays fast over the Florida Peninsula, though, directing our winds out of the northeast, drawing down that drier air, making for a pretty nice day today and for the next several days with sunshine driving temperatures to above average. Frontal boundary, you saw that in the satellite picture earlier on, has this line of clouds out in the Atlantic. It's really not a player in our weather yet. It'll end up leaving a trough of low pressure behind out in the near Atlantic waters and through the Florida Straits. Now, eventually, over the weekend, we'll start to see that trough begin to lift a little bit further to the north over the state of Florida. And that high pressure ridge kind of moving out into the Atlantic. When that happens, we'll return moisture to the forecast. So for today, sunny and warm, breezy afternoon winds, pretty nice winds actually, making it feel pretty comfortable, and then rains this weekend. Here's another way to look at the situation. If you think about the amount of moisture in the atmosphere that's available to produce rains right now across the peninsula, we have very dry air in place. But that little trough of low pressure down to the south of us is creating a humid environment out in the Atlantic. Well, for today, for tomorrow, for even Friday, that dry air stays in place over the state of Florida under the influence of that high pressure ridge. But eventually that high moves out into the Atlantic and our winds start to shift a little bit further to the southeast. And when that happens on Saturday, we start to change things and draw humid air back into the picture. That brings us that chance of rain with a little daytime heating and that little kicker in the atmosphere we call the trough. Those things together lead to that 40% chance of showers you'll see reflected in the extended range forecast. So not much going on for us through this period, but today and tomorrow in the center part of the country, storminess will be an issue, as well as thunderstorm activity that could lead to severe weather. For us today, boating, nice weather, northwest wind at 15, becomes a little bit more northeast during the evening, switching back to the east overnight and becoming a little lighter toward dawn. 2-foot seas, moderate chop, water temperature now 77. The tidal information at 10:08, high tide, low tide at 3:53, and another high tide at 8:30. Forecast looks like this. We'll have a daytime high today at about 90, and then as we head into the next couple of days, we'll have a forecast high that remains about the same under plenty of sunshine. Should you be just beautiful out there. As we head into the weekend, we'll start to notice a spike in that humidity and the rain chances begin to be put back into the forecast, and that'll carry us right into the beginning of next work week with a 40% chance of rain each afternoon.